guess that's what I'm. Make sure it's all right here. Scoop that over. Let me tag this real quick. Community gathering. I feel like we ain't been on here in a minute. Let me see. Community gathering. Do I want to put the? Let me see. The temple of good. Yeah, we could do that. Grand. What's poppin'? And we back with another one, man. Back at the gangster. I was about to say gangster kitchen. I'm tripping. We back in here with another one, man. Community gathering. It's finna go down tonight. You feel me? Let me go ahead and play some music. Get everything going. Get everything copacetic. Get the energy right. Get the flow right real quick. You know what I'm saying? Play that Gold Roses real quick. Y'all know how we do it. We gonna vibe. Yeah, say Look, it's gold roses in my bathtub. Water hot, Epsom salt with some essential rubs. It's gold roses on my floor too. I walk God, you might as well pay my flow blue. It's gold roses in my bedroom. Bandanas hanging down, that's my red room. It's gold roses in my kitchen too. Everything I cook is vegan, ain't no chicken soup. Look, I write my goals and follow through, cause that's my focus. I meet my goals halfway, cause that's the local point. If that shit destroy my peace, I don't care what that is. Grab a light, burn some sage, I don't know what that is. It's all good, keep it moving, keep that vibe right. Make sure you meditate to keep that mind right. Burn some sage, keep it moving, keep that vibe right. Make sure you meditate to keep that mind right. It's gold roses in my bathtub. Water hot, Epsom salt, with some essential rubs. It's gold roses on my floor too. I walk godly, might as well pay my flow blue. It's gold roses in my bedroom. Bandanas hanging down, that's my red room. It's gold roses in my kitchen too. Everything I cook is vegan, ain't no chicken soup. All my niggas breathe in. All my niggas breathe out. Hey, burn some Palo Santo, huh? Look. Hey, take a break and smell the flowers while you still can. Better tell your folks you love them while you still can. It's gold roses in my blood when I smoke too. Spiritual practice with these songs make me float too. These next 3 days I ain't eating, see I'm fasting. Feeling closer to my God, I got passion. See I used to carry hate, but I got past it. So much pain up in my heart, it had me lashing. Rosemary on my temples, head with migraines. It's an honor being of service, that's on my name. A God amongst men, you can't touch me now. Controlling all my urges, you can't fuck me now. It's gold roses in my bathtub. Water hot, Epsom salt with some essential rubs. It's gold roses on my floor too. I walk godly, might as well pay my flow blue. It's gold roses in my bedroom. Bandanas hanging down, that's my red room. It's gold roses in my kitchen too. Everything I cook is vegan, ain't no chicken soup. A God amongst men, you can't touch me now. Controlling all my urges, you can't fuck me now. A God amongst men, you can't touch me now. Controlling all my urges, you can't fuck me now. Yeah, y'all know, man. Y'all know we just vibing out. Let everybody come on in. Get your oodles and noodles. You feel me? Go ahead and get your fruit juice. Get your snacks. Go ahead and roll up real quick. You know how we doing it. We vibing out. Let everybody come on in.
Pawns, man.
Yes, sir.
In the game.
Yeah.
They get capped quick.
Look. See,
We got the game early.
Yeah.
Let's do some smart ass pawns.
Look. See how you do anything, that's how you do everything. I gave them all what else to give. That shit'll drive me insane. Yeah, I've been up in them streets. I got rank, I got stain. See, I love to play chess, but I can't lose, not a game. If we ain't vibrating the same, don't wanna the hell did you stand? See how words become the curses, better watch what you say. Yeah, you know this shit a game, so why the hell is you playing? You know heaven in your mind, so what the hell is you praying? The Lord God has said this man has become like one of us, knowing good and evil, yet he might reach out his hand and eat from the tree of life and live forever. He called the name of the place Pineal, said, I have seen God face to face, and yet my life has been preserved. The light of the body is in the eye, therefore if your eye is clear, your whole body will be full of light. The kingdom of God does not come with observation, nor will they say here it is or there it is, for remember the kingdom of God is within you. This then is the message which we have heard from him and they have cleared to you. God is light and in him is no darkness at all, yet darkness and light come from me. I have said ye are God, sons of the Most High, but you shall die like mere men and fall like the princes. When two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. I said when two or more are gathered in my name. Ashayo, Amen. I shall leave as I come. Look, see how you do anything, that's how you do everything. I gave all, what else to give? That shit'll drive me insane. Yeah, I've been up in them streets, I got rank, I got stand. See, I love to play chess, but I can't lose, not a game. Unlocking DNA, the only constant is change. Better learn to hear yourself cry and grow through the pain. You in control of your own life, better watch what you say. You see the devil lies in details, better watch what you say. What's poppin', y'all? What's poppin'? We just vibing out. Let everybody come on in, get your oodles and noodles. Go ahead and roll up. Get your fruit juice if you're on a fruit fast. You feel me? Get your snacks. You know, we letting everybody come on in, man. Come on in, come on in. Yeah. This is my song. Just look, I'm everywhere. Tone Levels, TONELE. Where you can find me. Big cup aesthetic. Yeah, somebody was just calling me. My bad, y'all. But yeah, my name, I'm everywhere. Find all the songs. Everywhere, Tone Levels, TONELEVELS. That song I was just playing was called Surface Levels. You feel me? So let's vibe out. We're going to let everybody come on in. We got 5 more minutes and we're going to dive in, y'all. I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the me. I wake up and burn my sage in the morning. I sit back and close my eyes and feel the energy flowing. I turn vegan, yeah, I changed my diet. I enjoyed my pork and beans, but it was too many dimes. I started reading too. I started learning the truth. Understand a lot of shit I learned, it wasn't true. I started wanting land, attending the flowers. I started setting some intentions before I hop in the shower. I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God. I'm feeling close to the God. feeling closer to me. I started meditating. I started finding peace. I stopped believing in the sky and started believing me. I don't really smoke weed. See, I smoke herbs now. Chamomile and lavender, so calm your nerves now. I started healing trauma. You know, like shadow work. Ain't really had much growing up, so yeah, I did some dirt. But you see, I still forgive myself. I had to look up in the mirror. I had to heal myself. I had to understand my thoughts were powerful, nigga. I made sure I spoke my goals like every hourly, nigga. See, at this moment now, I don't chase, I attract. What belongs to me will find me as long as I stay on track. Whew. I'm feeling closer to God. I'm feeling closer to God. I'm feeling closer to God. Look, I'm feeling closer to me. Creating wealth for these generations. I'ma speak the truth, I'ma touch their heart, you can feel my penetration. I'ma make sure they remember this name. Even though I'm fully healed, I'ma still remember the pain. But it's okay though. I'm a god, bro. Energy can't be destroyed. I'm alive, bro. Now I understand. What you focus on, grow big. I focus on getting a million, and I damn sure did. Now just focus, bro. Just focus, bro. Your life is your state of mind. Keep hoping, bro. And I just focus, bro. Keep focus, bro. Your life is your state of mind. Keep hoping, bro.
Yeah, we diving in tonight.
I'm feeling closer to God.
I'm feeling closer to God. I got my own studio.
I'm feeling closer to God. I'm feeling closer to God. I am that. I've been that. And day by day, I'ma get closer to that. And I'ma forever be that. As I think it, as I speak it, as I write it, so it shall be. I am.
Hey, that song get me that ending right there. He said, what? I am that. I've been that. And day by day, I'm going to get closer to that. And I'm going to forever be that. As I think it, as I speak it, as I write it, so it shall be. I am. Ashe. What's popping, y'all? We back with another community gathering. We're going in tonight. We're going banoodles. We're going brazy. You feel me? As y'all can see, the temple of God, that's the subject. And then we're going to dive into the community gathering. Y'all know these past 2 weeks, I've been pretty much making it, about the community, which of course is always about the community. But I think tonight, I'm going to be diving a little deep tonight. So I may go over the regular time when we dive into the community gathering. So forgive me, for I am not sorry, right? Now, if this is your first time in the community gathering, welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you. I honor you. I respect you. And I'm so grateful for you for joining the community, because like I always say, without the community, there is no community. Again, if this is your first time, welcome to the community gathering. So for those that don't know, right, if you have any questions during the lecture or during any kind of whatever, if you have any questions, please put the questions in the question box, because this is a community gathering. If you want to join me on the community gathering, you can just press the video request. I'm gonna add you in. We can have a dialogue, and yeah, we can indulge. You know what I mean? So welcome. I appreciate y'all. I honor y'all. For y'all know, I like to start with prayer. This is the 30 second to a minute sound bowl meditation. Then we're going to jump into prayer. Then we're going to jump into the topic. Then we're going to jump into the subject. But before I continue, how everybody is feeling, how everybody doing, what y'all feeling over there, man? Everybody good? You know, for all the beings that join me on a 7-day fast, how you feeling right now? We on a 7-day juice fast. I got my orange juice in here. You feel me, with a little Ethereum gold inside of it. You feel me? She says she feeling divine, tired, all is well, hungry as ever. It's okay. Let's fight through it. Let's fight through it. We almost there, baby. We got 3 more days. We almost there. 7 days, baby. After Saturday, you can dive in. How everybody feeling? For sure, for sure. I'm doing amazing. I'm doing well. Hey, listen, you're never too late. If you want to continue, if you want to join a fast, you can join a fast. I got the link. Well, shit, I had posted the link in my bio, so I'll probably have to post it in my story. But I started it on Sunday, so I have my goldenrod tea for sure. I'm feeling godly. Somebody said they feeling stressed. All you gotta do is breathe. Breathe and be present. Be in the present moment, Queen. You'll be all right. For sure, for sure. I'm feeling limitless. So I like that one. I'm feeling limitless. I love it. I love it. Everybody feeling good. Everybody feeling amazing. Copacetic. You double checked it. Everybody good. Feeling abundant. Hey, I love that. What's up? What's up? What's popping? All right, for sure. So look, we finna dive in, man. We ain't finna waste no more time. Matter of fact, let me burn this. Let me get this. Let me get this frankincense going real quick before we dive in. Let me get this frankincense going. You know, to set the energy, to set the vibration. You know what I mean? Cleanse the energy, invite the energy, all the energies that we want, all the love and peace, prosperity, success, abundance, the vibration of truth. Love, life, and power. You know what I'm saying? Switch this over here real quick. You know, that motherfucker get hot. Burn this frankincense. Get this frankincense going. So, again, this is your first time in the community gathering. If you have any questions, please put the questions in the question box. If you want to join me on the live, please request a video. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to join you on. So boom, let's jump into this 30-second to a minute's meditation. Then we're going to jump into prayer. So for those that this is your first time on a community gathering, this sound bowl is tuned to the third eye, right? So it's about 30 seconds to a minute. I'm going to play it, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to be focusing on our breath work, right? We're going to breathing in our nose and out of our nose only. And you want to make sure that you're breathing deep within the abdomen and not just your lungs. The reason why is because the majority of the time, most of us shallow breathe, right? That means that we breathe only through our chest, which meaning that we're not exercising and using the full capacity of our lungs. Breathe in your nose, out your nose, and make sure you're breathing deep within the abdomen. You know what I'm saying? 30 seconds to a minute. Then we're going to jump into prayer, and then we're going to dive in, all right? Let's do it. I give honor and thanks to the powers that be that have put me in a position to obtain knowledge, to not just obtain the knowledge that I have, but to also convert this knowledge into wisdom, to not only teach myself, but the people, places, and things around me. I send that same energy out to every being that's on this live, to every being that will watch this live, to not only be able to obtain the knowledge that may be spoken, but also can be able to convert this knowledge into wisdom, to not only be able to teach themselves, but the people, places, and things around them. I give honor and thanks to every being that's in this community, that's in this live, because I understand, overstand, and understand that without the community, there is no community. So I give honor and thanks to every being that's on this live, to every being that's in this community. I send nothing but life, power, prosperity, success, abundance, peace, health, wellness, and nothing but unlimited happiness. I give honor and thanks, and I also pray that every vibration, every word, every frequency that may be spoken tonight vibrates on a frequency of life, power, love, prosperity, far from ego, and most importantly, on the same vibration of truth. I give honor and thanks, and I speak life and power into the powers that be. Ashe, Asheo, Amen, Amen, and all of the above that you shall subscribe to. I pray all is well with each and every last one of y'all. I pray all is well. I pray all is well. We good for sure. So I do want to say real quick before I even start, I want to say that the energy is very high tonight. There was a shift last night. I don't know if y'all felt that, right? I don't know if y'all felt it last night, but it was definitely a shift last night. Yeah, it's a powerful whoop whoop going on right now, right? So with me saying that the energy is high tonight, it just started raining, right? It was sunny all day. I'm talking about no raining, no nothing, no clouds, no nothing. It just started raining. Now y'all already know when I speak about energy, and when I speak about weather, right? I articulated that, a lot of people, they expound and, they ask questions about weather control and whatever the case may be, when not even knowing that we have the power to control the weather as well when it comes to our God-given powers, right? When it's a group of us, when it's a group of individuals like us joined together, vibrating at the same frequency of high vibration, weather becomes manipulated. It's, you know what I'm saying? If you think about superheroes and you think about superhero movies, right? When they come down, for an example, like Thor, every time Thor come down from his dimension, from his world, right, it starts raining, it starts thundering. You know what I mean? So when gods and goddesses come together and the vibration is high, just know the weather is going, you know what I mean? So if the phones start tripping, if Instagram start tripping, just know that's what it is. Just know we're going to come, you know what I'm saying? We still in here, we going brazy, but noodles, and all of the above. So yeah, the energy high tonight. I feel it. I already feel it. I already know. I'm drinking on some orange juice with some Ethereum gold. Let's dive in it. Again, if this is your first time in the community gathering, welcome. If you have any questions, please put the questions in the question box. If you want to join me on the live, on the community, please request a video so we can have a dialogue. We can conversate, communicate, and contemplate. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, what's up, y'all? What's up, man? We back with another one. I'm finna dive in. So as you can see, the topic tonight is about the temple of God, right? Now, I do got my other device here recording. So if y'all see me going back and forth, just please forgive me, for I am not sorry, because I am recording here. It's for my YouTube, and of course, this is for Instagram, all right? So if y'all see me going back and forth, just know that's what is going on, right? So tonight, right, we finna dive in the temple of God, right? The temple of God, the temple of God, the temple of God. The long version of the topic is the body is the temple of God, right? So I want to dive in and I want to speak on different texts that speak about the temple of God, right? And it speaks on how the temple of God is heaven, right? Boom. Now, when you speak of heaven, like what is heaven, right? Heaven is a celestial level, right? For let him who have ears hear, let him who have eyes see, right? So heaven, what is heaven? Heaven is a celestial level of divinity, right? Now, what we have to understand is that this divinity is within us, right? So, for an example, what do I mean by that, right? I played a song, right, and I spoke a few ancient texts and verses, and one of the texts that I spoke was Luke 17:20-37. It says that the kingdom of God, the temple of God will not come with observation. They will not say, here it is or there it is. For remember, the temple, the kingdom of God is within you. So when we talk about different celestial levels, for an example, when we speak about Allah, right? The abbreviation, the breakdown of Allah, right? First off, you have a star, right? If you stretch out your body, you literally create a star. You got the head, right? So you got the H, right? Now you got arm. So you got arm, leg, head. Allah, right? ALLAH, arm, leg, head, right? That creates a celestial star, right? The body is the star. The body equals the star, right? The temple of God. We're going to get into this. We're going to also talk about the fasting as well, right? Matter of fact, let me rewind a little bit. So for those that don't know, right? I've been on my 7-day fast right now, right? We're 4 days in, 3 days to go, right? And so I also created a group, a Telegram group, free Telegram group that you can go on and, join into the chat, get inspired. You know what I mean? And for those that's not in the group, if you want to join the group, I'll post the link in the in my story after the live, right? So y'all know I break the Holy Bible down from different perspectives, different parables, and not just surface level. You feel what I'm saying? So when we break down, so for an example, like the Holy Trinity, right? The temple of God, the Holy Trinity. If we want to go back to the ancient text before the Holy Trinity was rewritten, when it was like, the Father God, the Son, and the Spirit, when the real Holy Trinity is the Father, the Mother, and the Son. Right. But then if we want to get esoteric with it, right, the real Holy Trinity is, and I'm speaking esoterically here, right? The real Holy Trinity is the hypothalamus, the pineal, and the pituitary gland, the Holy Trinity, right? Why does this matter? Why does this matter? I'm gonna explain why. So, right, in the Bible, right, it speaks on how Satan is the light barrier, right? So boom. And now y'all know they demonize everything that's truth, right? They demonize everything that's truth that has something to do with us. And for those that do not agree with what I'm saying, that's fine. Listen, I'm not here to listen. If you don't agree, that's bull. All right. I'm not for everybody, but I am for the right people. So, if you don't agree, you can please remove yourself or you can and listen. All right. So when it comes to the Holy Trinity, right, and then when it comes to them demonizing everything that is for us, right. So think about it. So they label the devil as the light barrier, right? Also, when you dive deeper into the Holy Bible and you jump into Revelations, Jesus himself called himself the light barrier as well. Now, I broke down that devil, the devil real name is Zeus. When you translate Jesus in Spanish, what does Jesus in Spanish say? It says, Jesus, whatever the case may be. Boom. But the light barrier, right? Now, there's also in the scripture of the Holy Bible that speaks about the light. It says that the light of the body is in the eye. And if your eye is clear, your whole body will be full of light, right? That's why we got to break this shit down and not. Yeah, you about to get about it, dog. Let me see. Hey, look, I'm not here. Listen, I'm not here to argue with nobody. You feel what I'm saying? Let me see. Get up out of here. listen, I'm gonna keep it gangster with you. Like, I'm not here to argue with nobody. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, so boom, where was I? Okay, so boom, so in the ancient scripture, right? There's also before the scripture of Revelation, right? It speaks about how the light of the body is in the eye, right? Therefore, if your eye is clear, your whole body will be full of light, right? So we have to understand from a deeper level, from a not surface level, but on a deeper level, what is it speaking about? What brings light to the body? What was it articulating? It was talking about the pineal gland, the pituitary, and the hypothalamus gland. Those are the three main glands inside of your brain, right? That is what brings the light. Again, they demonize everything. All right. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick. We finna dive even deeper, right? The temple of God. So boom, right? So I do want to say this, right? The time of awakening, right? The time of awakening has passed, right? And what I mean by that is, if we sit back and we observe things from a bird's eye view, we would understand that there was a mass awakening. These past, I would say 2 to 3, maybe past 4 years, right? It's been a mass awakening in our community, 100%. And although, as time go on, people are still waking up. And for those that know, I don't really like to say wake, because if you woke, you can get rocked right back to sleep. I like to say majority of us for these past 4 years have becoming more conscious, right? Now, I do want to say that mass consciousness, that mass awakeness has already gone. Now, the times that we are in now is the time to start erecting communities and institutions on the basis of the things that we know. Right? I'm going to say that again. The times that we in now, right, is the times where we need to start erecting communities, right, and institutions on the basis of the things that we know, right? Such as myself, for an example, right? And such as other gods and goddesses in this community that has created other communities, institutions. But I'm just using me for an example, right? For an example, my herbal healing class, right? I have a herbal healing class. That is an institution. That is a community, because when you're done, when you complete that herbal healing class, you get a certification. Although you don't have to get the certification, but of course you can still be in the class and learn. You feel what I'm saying? My semen retention and ejaculation control course. That course has illuminated and elevated so many men in my class, right? The fasting community. This is a community that I literally just created on Sunday, right? My fasting community, 7-day fasting. You feel what I'm saying? This community, this is an institution. So I bring this up. I bring these examples up because, like I said, the mass awakening has already passed. It's time to create, based off this mass awakening, communities and institutions so we can thrive, liberate ourselves, and free ourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. And I say that to say because they know who we are. We do not have to say who we are to them. They know who we are. They are master scholars of our ancient histories. They are master scholars of our ancient histories. What happens is that just like in the past of other beings and other great beings that came before me, that came before y'all, that came before the other great beings that's in this present moment, right? Once you begin to act more accordingly to your God presence, of your God's ability, that of who you really are, that is when they're going to start bowing their head. That is when they're going to start turning their heads and pointing the finger and watching you. This is why communities and institutions amongst each other are very important. Now, I also have, the those that may be in fear about, the things that, we created communities, we did this, that, and the third, but they bombed us. They did this, that, and the third. You got to understand something, right? For them to do that was to indoctrinate us and to put fear in our hearts so we won't continue to do that, right? Because you have to understand that they're doing nothing but playing the game on our back, right? Once we stand up, the game is over, right? I got a song out. It's called Young Black America. And my mom in here, forgive me, but I said in that song, I said, America, you trying to fuck us over, but you can't even come without us. This is a song, and I wrote this song about damn near, I think 2 years ago. I said, America, you trying to fuck us over, but you can't even come without us. So once we create these communities and these institutions, now let's move on. We're talking about the temple of we're talking about the temple of the God. We're talking about the temple of God, the temple of God. Then what I'm doing is I'm directing this conversation into fasting, right? I'm directing this conversation, this dialogue into fasting, right? Now, the chi that's within you, right? The chi that's within you and the aura that you have around you has high functionalities. I need y'all to hear me. I need y'all to really fully understand and understand what I'm saying. All right. The chi that is within you, for those that do not know what chi is, right? Chi is breath, right? Chi is energy. Chi is life force. Your aura around you, right, has higher functionalities than what you have been programmed into believe what it has. The goal is to become aware. The goal is to become aware and in tune with the harmony of self. This is why it's very important when I tell y'all about being present, being aware of your breath. When you're the best way to be present, the best way to be in the moment is to first pause and have awareness of breath. We're talking about the temple of God here. This is why I spoke about a few months ago. I spoke about in the community gathering, damn near every community gathering, I speak about the power of being present, the power of being silent. And to keep it gangster with y'all, this fast that I've been on, it's been 4 days now. When I say my mind has not been so clear in so long since I've been on this fast. My journeys, quote unquote dreams, have been so vivid to the point where as soon as I open my eyes in the rising, I can literally recall my dreams, my journeys. Talking about the temple of God here. Drop some numbers. Let me make sure everybody listening real quick. Let me make sure everybody in here. I see some people coming in late. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of questions, a lot of people that want to join. Let me see some numbers. Let me see some 333s real quick. Some 444s, some 77s, and you feel me? Let me see some stuff real quick, man. Let me make sure y'all paying attention. Let me make sure y'all understanding and understanding what I'm saying. For sure. Okay. Now, the temple of God. Right? The temple of God will not come with no observation. They will not say, here it is or there it is. For remember, the temple of God is within you. Now, when it comes to fasting, right? Fasting can be done in many ways. Okay? Fasting can be done in many ways, right? But I need everybody to understand something. When it comes to fasting, fasting is the best way to fight and win spiritually. Because you have to understand, what are you fasting from? You fasting from earthly things. You fasting from earthly things, earthly attachments, so you can become more with spirit and soul, which what most people like to also call God, right? Now, there's different things where you can fast from, right? You can fast from TV. You can fast from social media. You can fast from games, right? Playing games. You can fast from, it's many things that you can fast from. But one of the most important things, one of the most lucrative things, one of the most biggest component things that you can fast from is food. One of the most important and biggest components that you can fast from is food. Why? Because you have to understand that majority of individuals today cannot go a day without food. If 2 hours, if 3 hours. Not only that, when you eat, you have to understand that your body starts to work. It starts to utilize its energy. It starts to utilize its life force to digest, to break down, to absorb, and also to eliminate what you just put inside of your body. Now I want to break this down real quick, and I'm finna break this shit down. And for those that got y'all pens and papers, if I'm talking too fast, forgive me. I'm gonna post this live again. You can go back, you can double back and rewrite your notes. Now, there's a scripture, right, in the Holy Bible. Y'all know I'm gonna be referencing the Holy Bible, the Christianity Bible, a few times tonight. I did a few times already earlier, you know what I'm saying, about 30 minutes ago, right? And the reason being is because we have to start we have to stop reading it, and we have to start reading it. Are y'all understanding that? I said we have to stop reading it, and we have to start reading it. Philippians, right? Philippians 3:19, right? It says, what does it say? It says their destiny is their destruction. Their God has became their stomach. Their appetites has became their God. And yet they glorify their shame. Their mind is set on earthly things. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Philippians 3:19. It says their destiny is destruction. Their God has became their stomach. Their appetites has became their God. And yet they glorify their shame. Their mind is set on earthly things. Listen, I'm just reading something from the ancient scripts, right? Because I said we got to stop reading that shit and we got to start reading that shit. I'm going to let that marinate so y'all can understand what I'm saying. Their stomachs has became their gods. Now, when it comes to their mind has been set on earthly things. This is why when I first jumped into fasting a few moments ago, I spoke on that there are different things that you can fast from: TV, social media, games, movies, a lot of earthly things, right? And you have to understand that with us being spirit and soul beings first, and not even of the earth, and us being spirit and soul beings, first before we're flesh, because this is nothing but a vehicle. That means we are in earth, but we're not of earth. We are experiencing earth, but we're not of this. We're not attached to this, because when we transition, we're going somewhere. When we transition, we either coming back here because we haven't fulfilled the contract, and or we're transitioning to higher planes. Be in earth, but not of earth. Now, think about how many people you know that can't stop eating when they start. I was one of them. Before I started to adapt to only eating once a day, once I put one spoonful of food in my mouth, I'm going. I'm going in. I'm going in. And then when I start to realize, right, when I start to realize with my real eyes, I started to understand that a lot of times we're only eating for pleasure. We're not even eating because we're full. I mean, we're not even eating because we're hungry. We're eating for pleasure. We're eating to suppress certain emotions. Yesterday, right, every time I do a fast, right, my third day is always, I don't know what it is about that third day, but that third day when I fast, it is always super emotional. Yesterday, I was being very intentional and being very aware of my emotions, my thoughts, my state of mind. Yesterday was definitely one of the most difficult days. And it was more difficult emotionally. I wasn't hungry. I think about food, but I made my son something to eat. It looked good, but it was like I had so much willpower to the point where, I'm going to feed him and move on. But emotionally, I had to grab my journal. I had to grab my pen and I had to journal. I had to let some shit out. Why? Because as I'm going through my own journey, I'm realizing that most of us in this society, we're eating not because we're hungry, but we're eating for pleasure to suppress the emotions that we refuse to face. Then on top of that, when we do eat, we overeat. We're eating to get full, yet not satisfied. See, I'm starting to realize that when I do indulge and consume solids, right? I'm starting to realize that eating to get satisfied is more lucrative than eating to get full, because when you eat to get full, although your body utilizes the energy, it overstimulates the digestive system, the small intestines, the large intestines, the gallbladder, and even your life force, your chi energy. My mind has not been so clear until I started this 7-day fast. So how many people you know? And you may be one of them. Then how many people you know that when they get hungry, right, and they don't have their quick fix of food, they catch attitudes. They get irritated and agitated, not knowing that these are entities attached to them, controlling their emotional state, their thoughts, and their actions. When certain individuals get hungry and they don't get that quick fix, they're catching attitudes, they're getting agitated because they're not knowing. We're not understanding, overstanding, and understanding that what comes with these certain foods that we eat are entities, energy, life force attached to them, controlling the emotional state. So you think you're irritated, you think you're agitated when it's not even you. What it is parasites. What it is certain entities that are attached to these certain foods that we indulge, because most of us, we're not eating more plants. You have to understand that these also are chemical compounds that invade our chemical compound inside of our body and knock our body off of homeostasis, which is mayat, which is balance. For those that do not know what mayat is, I advise you to look up the laws of mayat. See, let me rewind. When I spoke about quick fix, right? I spoke about quitting, and I'm speaking about fasting. We're talking about the temple of God here. And I'm speaking about fasting. Now let me rewind. When I spoke about quick fix, what do I mean by quick fix? I mean the chemical compounds that these foods are ingested with, that when we eat, they become inside of our body. And then and then for, let's say, 45 days, we've been eating like this. So now on the 46th day, when we don't eat, because of this chemical imbalance, the power of fasting, we talking about the temple of God here. So then when we rewind and we talking about eating for pleasure, we can also speak about some of us, we eat because we know our brain, we subconsciously know our brain is going to start releasing dopamine to make us even happier. When we rewind and we speak about the people, you know, and I'm also including myself. I want to put this disclaimer out there. I'm not pointing no fingers because I was one of those individuals as well. This is why I can speak about this. Because I was one of those individuals. Wisdom comes with experience. So I'm not speaking on something that I've never experienced, by the way. So I don't want anybody feeling like I'm pointing a finger at nobody. I'm just here to give the facts, and the facts don't give a fuck about feelings. Now, when we go back and we speak about the eating for pleasure, when we eat, we know that, oh, let me go eat because I'm sad. So when I eat, the dopamine, which is pretty much, it's a false response. See, your body doesn't know the difference. It just knows what you're doing. It just knows the vibration and the frequency that you're vibrating on. So once you eat and you subconsciously release those dopamines, now you're overeating. Now when you get sad again, you eat again. And majority of the things that we're eating are things that put us in a space of depression or sadness from the jump. Because a lot of these foods that we put inside of our body, they do not give us information. Matter of fact, they give us information. They give us false information. They give us information that we don't even fucking need, that we will not even use. The food we put inside of our body is supposed to give us life force. This is why on my 7-day fast, I'm only drinking fruit juice. I'm not drinking water. I'm drinking herbal teas. A lot of people ask, why only fruit juice and not water? Why? Because water technically only hydrates, and that's if you're drinking the correct water to hydrate you. That is it. Fruit water, fruit juice, oh, baby. Fruit juice, natural fruit juice has minerals, biophotons, potassium, vitamin D, C, B, A through Z, up and down. It got everything that my body, all the components and minerals that I need. I don't know about y'all bodies, but when I drink a lot of water, I get dehydrated. I'm going to keep it gangster with you. I can drink a gallon of water right now. In about an hour and a half, I'm going to feel dehydrated. Why am I feeling dehydrated? Because my cells need sugar. My cells, right? For those that do not know, the backbone of DEA, DNA, and RNA is nothing but sugar. It's carbon-based sugar. Fruit is made carbon-based sugar. Now, when we start talking about these dopamine releases, right? Let's rewind. When we talk about fasting from earthly things, think about it. As soon as you get a text message, what you think happens to your brain? As soon as you get a text message, what you think, as soon as you get a text message from your crush, what you think happens to your brain? Dopamine releases. When you get on Instagram and you see all the live news, all the drama, all the fights, what Buddy just said about Cardi B. I promise I didn't mean to mess her name up. I swear I didn't. I don't want nobody. I meant to say Cardi B, my bad. But when you get on these social media, when you get on this technology, your brain starts to release dopamine. It is a false sense of happiness. Eating for pleasure, consuming for pleasure. Now let me ask you, why is fasting from food so important? The reason why I say that is because if you can fast from food, you can fast from anything. If you can fast from food, you can fast from anything. It's not that difficult. In my fasting group, right? In my fasting chat group, I made sure that in the beginning, I articulated to stay strong, to stay focused, to stay disciplined. It's to have a journal. On your first day, write down your why. Who, what, when, where, why, and how you are fasting. And whenever you feel discouraged, whenever you make your kids something to eat, whenever my Duke's in there making the collard greens and neck bones with the mac and cheese, whenever Buddy got the sale on the plates of the 2-piece whitening fish sandwich with the French fries, the fish and chips, go back to your journal. Remember your why. Remember your why are you doing this? Why are you fasting these next 7 days? See, this is why a lot of people can't stick with certain things, different businesses, different avenues, because they forget their why. Well, I'm not going to say they forget their why. They don't forget their why. Life discouraged them. Certain things happen on the way of their journey. They get tested. That's what happens. They're going through initiation and they start getting tested and they feel that they can take the test, so they give in. But you have to understand that God, the universe, your ancestors, whatever you shall subscribe to, does not give you anything that you cannot handle. You have to understand that damn near everything that everyone eats is poison. I spoke about this a few times on the live. When you jump into a grocery store, right? When you jump into a grocery store and you got 12 aisles, right? 11 of those aisles, it's just food. You got just stuff they call food. Then on the 11th aisle, you got organic, and the aisle is literally named Live Naturally. So if you got Live Naturally live food in this 12th aisle, what is this other 11 aisles of stuff that they call food? Majority of this shit is poison. And this and we don't even understand that it's good because our cells are hungry. You have to understand that even to the hungry, poison tastes sweet. You have to understand that even to the hungry, poison tastes sweet. Because I understand the power of the 3, 6, and the 9. I'm going to say that one more time. Even to the hungry, poison tastes sweet. When I started changing my diet, right? When I started changing my diet and I started to actually not feed my gut, but feed my cells. When I started getting esoteric with this, with eating, And I transitioned from not just feeding my cells, but feeding my soul. My DNA started to change. My taste buds started to change. It's stuff that I used to eat. This don't even taste good to me anymore. Why? Why is that happening? Because I'm no longer feeding my flesh, but I'm feeding my spirit. I'm feeding my soul. I'm feeding my cells. So my DNA is changing. My taste buds is changing. I go eat a pack of Skittles right now. I can taste the dyes and the chemicals that is on. I can taste the red 40. I can taste the blue 22. I can taste the yellow 10s. Even to the poison, even to the hungry, poison tastes sweet. You have to understand that this is it. Now, when I rewind, let's rewind a little bit, right? In the beginning, I said that fasting from food is the best way to fight and win spiritually. It's the reason why I'm putting emphasis on that spiritual. Because you have to understand, it's a reason why a majority of the top fast food restaurants that make trillions of dollars a month, damn a year, they making $1 trillion a month. It's a reason why these top fast food chains, it's the reason why they're the top fast food chains. Because you have to understand that they're not just preying on your physical well-being, but they're preying on your spiritual well-being. Let me break this down. Why? How? Really? Let me ask you. What are the three colors? What are the colors of the three lowest chakras? What are the colors of the 3 lowest chakras? Let me see if somebody can answer this for me real quickly split. You feel me? What are the 3 colors? What are the colors of the 3 lowest chakras? Red, for sure. Red, orange, and yellow. Boom. There we go. Red, orange, and yellow. Orange, red, yellow. There we go. Yellow. There we go. That's the 3 lowest chakras. Right? Now let me ask you. How many the top, and I'm talking about the top $1 trillion fast food chains. What are they colors? Remember what I'm saying. This shit's spiritual. It ain't just physical. This shit is spiritual. Everything manifests in the spiritual before it manifests in the physical. So let me ask you. The top fast food restaurants. What are they colors? Red, orange, and yellow. Why is that? Because you have to understand that they're playing with your spiritually emotional state. How? They're trying to keep you. They're not trying. They're keeping us in our lower chakras. See, if we stay in our lower chakras, we can never rise to become the best version of ourselves. We can never rise to our higher selves. If they're keeping us in our, see, it's a reason why you crave these restaurants. As soon as you pass them, you can just think of them. Look at a commercial. You start craving it and you want it. It's a reason why. Not just the chemically based food, but it's also spiritual. It's a mind. It's psychological. Because they're keeping you in your lower chakras. Think about it. They want you to get up. They want you to go buy the food. They want you to eat the food, consume the food, get full. Remember what I said about full? Get full. And then 30 minutes later, they want you to have sex. They want you to keep you in them lower chakras. Not only that, right? They understand the biochemistry of the body. They know that when chemicals are being induced inside of the body, when unnatural outside external chemicals are being entered inside of the body, they know that what's going to happen is by the three trinities, right? The three trinity, right? The hypothalamus, the pineal, and the pituitary gland. They know that what's going to happen is that these glands are going to start releasing chemicals to process the chemicals that you just put in. As a man, just think about it. As a man, you go eat McDonald's, you go eat Wendy's, right? All these chemically based foods. What happens is that your three main glands inside of your body, inside of your brain is going to start releasing chemicals. It's going to start releasing chemicals to process the chemicals that you just put inside of it. What it's going to do is it's going to make you super horny, right? The growth hormones, the sex hormones that's inside this food is going to start making you horny so you can go have sex, ejaculate, because your body is having a natural response to get rid of the chemicals. So they're just keeping you in a complete cycle and keeping you in your lower chakras. They're trying to keep us in our lower self, our lower states. The three main colors, the chakras, the three main colors of the chakras, the three colors of the colors of the last three chakras or the first three chakras correspond with with majority of the top $1 trillion fast food restaurants. This shit's spiritual. Because as soon as you go eat, 30 minutes later, when your body has digested and now it's absorbing those chemicals, now you get horny. Now, after you have sex, now you hungry again. Or you just want to lay down and go to sleep because now you lazy. Now you have no energy. Now you have no life force because you just ate something that wasn't alive, that didn't have any life force. Then on top of that, the sex that we're having does not give you life. I spoke about sex before. If sex makes you tired afterwards, you're not doing it right. I pray everyone is understanding what I'm saying. Give me about 10, 15 more minutes, then we're going to dive into the community gathering. Listen, if y'all have any questions, please put the questions in the question mark. If y'all want to join me on the live, please request the video. Drop some numbers. Let me make sure y'all listening to me. Let me make sure everybody understanding what I'm saying real quick. As a male or female, as both. Well, really men. I'm going to say that. Really men. I can say men for sure. Because when a man continues to ejaculate, right? As a man that continues to ejaculate, as soon as he get done ejaculating, he's tired. He's sleepy. And again, if y'all just joining in, forgive me for going back and forth. I got another device here recording for my YouTube. So for sure. We all in here. We got 258 people in here. We going brazy. I love it. Now, when we move on, right? Now, in the community fasting group, right? In the community fasting group that I created, these next, these past 4 days and these next 3 days, right? I made sure that I emphasize, right, to have set times going off during the day for prayer, manifestation, yoga, and spiritual and other spiritual practices that, that you may indulge in. For an example, right? At 11:11, You know what I'm saying? I have my alarm going off 11 a.m. I have my alarm going off, right? Why? Because first off, we all know about how numbers correlate, how numbers communicate, right? Not only that, when these numbers and these set times are there and are set, certain portals open, right? So the reason why I emphasize, having set times like 333, whatever the case may be, is because fasting, for those that don't know, understand, and understand, is that if you want something out of life really, really bad, if you want something out of life really, really bad, fast, pray, manifest. And the reason being is because I explained this before. When you're fasting, I'm 4 days in, I got 3 days left. Including the community that joined me with the 7-day fast. When you fast, you have to understand that, in a sense, you're killing your flesh, right? You're killing your flesh. And what happens is that as you're killing your flesh, your soul and your spirit becomes more forefront. I said your soul and spirit becomes more forefront, which means, remember what I said, everything manifests in the unifield. Everything manifests in the spiritual realm before it manifests in the physical realm. So if you become, right, if you tap more into yourself, silence, prayer, manifestation, and other spiritual practices, you become more spirit and soul. Manifestation speed up. The things you want speed up. You can literally speak something and it'll come. If you want something really bad, fast. You have to understand that in ancient times, the way we see the physical world was how we used to see the spiritual world. And back then, how we see the physical world, right? Wait, let me rewind. So in ancient times, right? Before we fell in frequency, the way we see the physical world is how we used to see the spiritual world. And how we see the spiritual world right now is how we used to see the physical world, meaning we were more spirit. We were more soul and spirit beings. We were more just energy and frequency. Hence why my last live, when I spoke about speaking, when I spoke about telepathy, how speaking is the lowest form of vibration. Well, first off, the English language is the lowest form of vibration. The natural universal language is energy, is frequency, is telepathy, right? So what happened is that when we were so soul and spirit, we were so tapped into the spiritual realm, is that when we did choose to speak, we knew how powerful our voice was. So from there, when we did speak, it was to speak only to manifest. It was to speak only to bring things into our reality that we wanted. We're talking about the temple of God here. The kingdom of God will not come with observation. They will not say, here it is or there it is. For remember, the kingdom of God is within you. Now, another reason why I emphasized on setting certain times during your fast, like 11:11, 1:23, right? 12:30, 3:33, 5:55 is also so you can have the capabilities and the spiritual will, right? To not just go through the fast, but to grow through the fast. To use your spirit and soul to overcome the earthly desires and detach from them and become more in tune with yourself. Which is why I always speak about breath work, breathing correctly. People walk around talking about, oh, I'm looking for peace. I need peace, not knowing that it's that it's inside of you. And majority of us, all we need to do is fucking breathe correctly. And we can find peace like that. let alone watching what we put inside of our body, because again, these are chemical imbalance food. So when you are manifesting, when you are doing yoga, when you are meditating during your fast, most religious people say you're spending time with God. And yes, you are. Think about it. Silence. You're alone in silence. You're not eating. You're not attached to fleshly things. You have detached yourself. You have made sacrifices. You have made physical sacrifices to enhance your soul, to enhance your spirit. So yes, you are spending time with God. You are spending time with self. I got a song called I'm Feeling Closer to God. And at the end of every chant that I say, I'm feeling closer to God, I say I'm feeling closer to myself, because to go without, you got to first go within. To understand the God that is outside of you, you first have to understand the God that is already inside of you. In silence, by yourself. No distractions, just you, your mind, your emotions, your heart. The temple of God is within you. The kingdom of God will not come with observation. They will not say, here it is or there it is. For remember, the kingdom of God is within you. Give me about 10 more minutes and then we're going to dive into the community gathering. I pray y'all understanding the vibrations that I'm speaking tonight. The frequency that I'm on tonight. The energy is high. You know what else? Y'all know what else I've realized? Is that it's interesting that although I'm speaking very passionate tonight, as I speak as I speak passionate in every community gathering, it's more of like a calm, passionate, like y'all know in the community gatherings when I be speaking, you feel what I'm saying? But tonight I'm like, I'm more calmly assertive. Kind of like a flow state. You feel what I'm saying? Although I'm always in a flow state, but it's like, it's amazing. I'm gonna say that. So I do want to dive in a little deep as well, right? So we spoke about this, a few spiritual components, right? When it comes to fasting, right? A few physical, right? So fasting, right? Fasting, detaching, pretty much allows unnecessary distractions, right? It allows unnecessary distractions to be removed. And then your soul mission, your soul purpose, in a sense, becomes clear. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because if we rewind, when I spoke about, right, the meditation, the yoga, the praying, being in silence during fasting as much as possible, you hear more of the important things. And we speak about this a lot. Right? Now, when you're fasting, the body starts to recycle old cells with new cells. Now, in my herbal healing class, I speak about old cells. I speak about how all our cells, they replicate, right? And when it comes to different diseases like cancer and tumors, these cancerous cells, these tumorous cells, these dying cells, they replicate, right? They duplicate, and then they just combine together, which creates that cyst, which creates that crystal, which creates that tumor. So fasting, the body starts to recycle old cells, meaning get rid of old cells, eliminate old cells, and it helps reset the body. Fasting helps you to be more in tune with your body. Ever since I started eating 1 meal a day, I started to realize I don't need to eat this much. I'm eating enough to be satisfied. Being in tune with your body, you know when you shouldn't have consumed something. And it's not even just food. After a while, when you get so in tune with your body, let me turn this off. I don't even need to be watching this show. Let me turn this off. I don't even need to be listening to this music because I already know it's emotion, energy in motion. Being in tune with your body, knowing when you are hungry versus having a craving. Because I spoke about this as well. If you're craving something, you have entities that is inside of you. And when I speak about these entities, I'm speaking about parasites. Parasites, again, everything manifests in the spiritual realm before the physical realm. Parasites, low vibration. They can be low vibrational entities that has entered your womb, that has entered your gut, that has entered your intestinal lining. So being in tune with your body, you will know. For an example, right? 2.5 months ago, before I started eating raw, right? Before I started my raw journey for 2 months, I went to this restaurant and I ate, right? Had some good food. Boom, it was bomb, some vegan food. Yet I was treating myself. I took myself out on a date and I ordered 2 entrees and a dessert. Right? I ordered an appetizer, 2 entrees, and a dessert. And yes, I ate that much, right? This is why I'm telling y'all that I'm not pointing a finger at nobody, because I'm still growing through the things that I'm speaking on. But see, you have to understand that experience with a wisdom, you know what I'm saying? You gain wisdom by experience, right? So boom. So I realized that, okay, I may have ate too much, right? But I'm so in tune with my body. I'm so in tune. Look, y'all don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. But listen, I'm so in tune with my body that the next day when I woke up, I realized that I need to do a parasite cleanse, because when I woke up, right, I had bags under my eyes. And you don't get bags under your eyes unless you have parasites. You could be super sleepy. I'm talking about thick bags. So that's when I went on my parasite cleanse. I went raw for 2 months. And that's when I started this 7-day fast. You get so in tune with your body that you can know. We're talking about the temple of God here. We're talking about the temple of God here. How do you expect to enter the temple of God when you can't even take care of the temple that God gave you? I said, how do you expect to enter the temple of God when you can't even take care of the temple that God gave you? Because we understand the power of the 3, 6, and the 9. I'm going to say that one more time. How do you expect to enter the temple of God when you can't even take care of the temple that God gave you? Yesterday, I had posted on my story, I had went to the gym. Because with a few knowledge that I have on fasting, I understand that within 72 hours of fasting, of eating no more food, your body starts to release growth hormones. So I intentionally went to the gym because with these growth hormones, they help you grow your nails, they help you grow hair on your head, and on top of that, they help you grow your muscles. Right? Also, with fasting, your body starts to go in its own natural homeostasis. What does homeostasis mean? It just means the natural balance of the body, the circadian rhythm. For those that do not know, you can look this up. Everything I'm saying, you can look up. Everything. Your body begins to coast. When your body is in homeostasis, it begins to coast. What does coast mean? It means it stops aging. Now, I know every time I'm on this community gathering, y'all talk about my face and how clear it is. Listen, I'm going to keep it gangster with you. I've never seen my face with the glow that it has since I've started this 7-day fast with nothing but fruit. Please, if you have questions, please put the questions in the question box. I cannot wait to answer them. You literally stop aging when you're fasting. Your body maintains its essence. And for all my men, I like that. Your body stops dying. It starts living. Boom. And for all my men, when you're fasting, if you're choosing to have sexual intercourse, please do not ejaculate. Because you have to understand that and women as well, right? And it is not just ejaculating, but, having eternal orgasm, because you have to, but I can only speak mostly for men, right? You have to understand. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because men, we release our life force, right? And women, your life force is automatically recycled when you have orgasms. So when it comes to men, when we're fasting, you have to understand that when we're not consuming any solids, our body is now recycling its energy. It's recycling its life force, right? Your life force is also in your semen. So if you're trying to recycle your life force, yet when you have sexual intercourse while you're fasting and you ejaculate, you're releasing all the life force that you're trying to build up. The life force that you can utilize, that you can use to your advantage to manifest, to become creative, to become smarter, to become more intelligent, to connect yourself to the cosmos, to the etheric, and to the unit field. You have to understand that it's a reason why they want us to continue to consume. They want us to consume. Everywhere you go, it is something that you have to, or yet they want to consume. Whether it's food, whether it's advertisement, whether it's TV, they constantly want us to consume. Why? Because they want us continually to be distracted. We talking about the temple of God here. When the temple of God is not distracted and the temple of God can now focus on the temple of God, let him who have ears hear, and let him who have eyes see. See, when the temple of God cut off all distractions and start focusing on the temple of God, they keep us consuming so we can be out of our natural balance. They keep us consuming so we can be out of our homeostasis, so we can continue to age faster, get sick often, and continue to prone to injury. Why? Because they know who we are and they want us gone. Beyond the time spell that they have put us under. Every birthday we say we're getting old. Oh, I'm getting older. Listen to the spell that you're casting upon yourself. And you wonder why at 35 you growing a gray hair. Now as a man, you wonder why at the age 32, your mans can't get up the way it used to get up when you was 25, because you are becoming a slave. You are being consumed with the spell of time by continually casting the curse, the spell over your own. You're voluntarily talking yourself to death. You're voluntarily guiding yourself by way of verbal agreement to death. In the Holy Scripts, I see what you say. I'm finna address that real quick. But in the Holy Scripts, it says life and power is in the life and power, life and death is in the power of the tongue. And for those who love it, will eat its fruit. Now I see somebody said gray hair can come from wisdom. 100%. For sure. I agree. 100%. Gray hair can come from wisdom. But guess what? We also have to understand that as a young man, it says gray hair on majority of old scripts, right? Speaks about having gray hair for our elders. To keep it gangster with you. As a young man, for me having gray hair, you have to understand that means that I'm ejaculating too much. Why do I say that? Because you have to understand that inside of a man's semen is potassium. Inside of a man's semen is carbon. It's neuromelanin. It's vitamin D. It's vitamin A. It's vitamin C. A man that ejaculates so much every time he has sexual intercourse, I guarantee you every time the weather change, he got a little cough on him. I guarantee you that every time the weather change, he got to blow his nose. I guarantee you every time the weather change, he gets headache. He get a headache. His bones get frail. His hair starts to fall out. If you're losing carbon, if you're losing neuromelanin as a man, it's only inevitable that you're going to start growing hair. So I 100% agree with what comes with wisdom is gray hair. For a fact. But we have to understand the biochemistry of the body as well. See, spirituality and physical and the physical works together. Somebody says, so it's good to consume a man's nectar. 100%. It's a reason why in ancient times that real facial cream, y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Real face, because and let me rewind, because this man was taking care of himself. Because this man was drinking the fruit juices. He was fasting. He wasn't intaking death. He wasn't intaking chemicals, because this man was taking care of himself, his semen. It's a reason why in ancient times women was using real facial cream, not the facial cream that you buy from the store. No, I'm talking about the facial cream. You go to your, hey baby, come here. Yeah, I see a little, you know, a little acne going on. Come here, I need that. Somebody said, I thought that was a myth. That was not a myth. The semen of a man, I'm telling you, the vitamins, the minerals, the biophotons. And when I mean biophoton, I'm talking about the photon energy. This man that sits in the sun for 30 minutes to an hour every single day. Yeah, it's charged up. Listen, we ain't ready for this conversation. Listen, we talking about the temple of God right now. We talking about what it is, a temple of God, but we talking about fasting. You feel me? Let's go back. Let's go back. It's a reason why they want us to continue to consume food, because they want to knock us. They want to keep us out of our balance. They want us to continue to age faster. Beyond the spell of time. I'm gonna keep it gangster with y'all. I'm 4 days in on my fast, and I'm honestly not even desiring food, to the point where I had to upload. I'm no longer saying downloads, because we're no longer going down. We're always going up from now on. So I had to upload that I should start consuming food only on certain days. So I came up with the days. I said either I could do Monday, Thursday, and Saturdays when I'm only consuming solids, or I can do Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. But definitely taking a few days off so my body to fast, so my body can digest, eliminate, and also reset. I pray everyone is understanding what I'm saying. Let me see some numbers real quick. Give me about, it's 10:23 over here. Give me about 5 more minutes, y'all, and then we're going to jump into the community gathering, all right? Let me fix this real quick. Give me about 5 more minutes, then we're going to jump into the community gathering, man. I told y'all tonight I had some shit to say. You feel me? Not like I ain't got shit to say all the time, but I'm just saying tonight I just had some shit to say. I had to dive in real quick. If you got questions, put the questions in the question box. If you want to join me, you know what I'm saying? Request the video and you can join me. Now, we have to understand something as well when it comes to the physical part of fasting, right? After 24 hours of no food, your body switches to what's the word? Autophagy. It switched to the autophagy mode. And for those that don't know what autophagy mode is, it's AUTOPHAGY. Y'all can look it up. But it switched to that mode, meaning that your body now starts to pretty much consume itself. Your body starts to eat itself. Remember what I said? It starts to recycle and eliminate old cells. It starts to regenerate new cells. Your body starts to consume itself. Consume and elimination. So now we got to start asking ourselves, because we're critical thinkers here, I would hope, what does your body start to consume? Toxins, fats, cysts, tumors, cells, dead cells, lumps, garbage, metabolic waste that we've been putting inside of our body. This is after 24 hours. Hence, why the first 24 to 48 hours when somebody fasts is the hardest, because you start getting headaches. You start getting mood swings. You're agitated. You're irritated. You start getting flu-like symptoms, having to blow your nose. Why? Because your body is now going into the mode of consuming itself, of eliminating. And what happens is that when your body starts to consume these things, when your body put these things back, when your body put these things back in rotation, it basically means that these toxins, these fats, these cysts, these dead cells are now no longer being stagnant inside the body, but now they're going back into the blood circulation and they're going throughout the body to be eliminated. So you're going through these symptoms. Like I like to call them healing symptoms. You're going through healing symptoms. So all these headaches and these agitations and these mood swings, fasting is pretty much exposing you to the demons and the entities that are attached to you and also other beings. So when it comes to the headaches and etc., I spoke about this. These are entities that are attached to you. Also, the way you can look at it is that you've been punishing your body by putting poisons inside of it. You've been poisoning your body by putting toxins inside of it. So now your body like, oh, now you want to take care of me? I bet, nigga, I'm finna punish you. Now you getting headaches and mood swings and etc. Because not only is it trying to regenerate and heal itself, it's trying to get rid of those entities. Then when we speak about the entities that is outside of you, then when you speak about the entities that are outside of you, the beings that surround you, your environment, you're getting agitated or irritated when somebody do something and or you saying something or you doing, rewind. I didn't mean to say that. What I meant was with you articulating that you're on a fast or you are articulating that you're taking care of your body more. What happens is it irritates the demons and entities that is outside of you that are attached to your environment. And now they're trying to persuade you to get off the route. Now they're trying to persuade you to get off of your journey, your healing journey, because now your high vibration is irritating them. Your frequency is irritating and agitating their demons, their entities, the low vibrational entities that are attached to them. You have to understand that fasting irritates these entities and they come up and they reveal themselves. We're talking about the temple of God here. I'm almost done here, y'all. I'm almost done. We're talking about the temple of God here. See, what you're going through is a spiritual activation. You're going through a spiritual initiation. This is why these tests come up. This is why these tests come up. To see if you really about what you're talking about. You ain't about what you be talking about. You ain't about that murder shit. You ain't about that that little Boosie badass, you feel me? Yeah, you ain't about what you be talking about. That's what the universe, God, whoever you shall subscribe to, be talking to y'all when y'all say y'all gonna do something, and then when y'all start on a route, y'all don't fall through because you either don't believe in yourself or you getting tested, thinking that you can't handle the test, not knowing that the universe ain't finna give you nothing that you can't handle. So now you got beings in high places looking at you like, man, you ain't about what you be talking about. You ain't about that murder shit. You ain't about healing yourself and going to, you feel me? Hey, man, hold on, wait, hey, that could have been some. You ain't about what you be talking about. You ain't about to hurt shit. You ain't about healing yourself and going to, hey, listen. Hey, but shit, we finna get off this. I'm finna jump into the studio real quick, man. Y'all got me over here dropping verses and, you know what I'm saying? Hey, boy, for real though. Then you got the individuals that are divinely chosen. Then you got individuals that are divinely chosen, and they're getting these uploads saying they need the fast, saying they need to do these spiritual enhancements amongst themselves, but they're not taking upon themselves to do so. So now you got beings in high places looking at you because they're sending you signs that you're not trying to decipher and signs that you're not trying to face and actually do. So now what they're doing is they're like, shit, make his life harder. If he don't want to listen to himself, if he don't want to listen to the divine connections that he has or that she has, make his life. So you wondering why your life is so hard. So you wondering why you keep going through shit, because you being disobedient to yourself. You're not trusting yourself and the beings that told you to come down here so you can elevate and get ranked. So when it's time for you to transition, you can sit on the throne that's yours. Man, y'all ain't listening to me, man. Y'all ain't listening to me right now, man. Wish I had some more juice, man. I don't want to get up and go to the refrigerator and grab some more juice. I don't want to leave y'all. You feel me? Then y'all don't want to listen. So then when you do want to listen and you go on your 7-day, your 14-day, or your 28-day fast, you only make it to 2 days. And you know, the first time they got some grace, you know what? No, it's her first time going on a fast. Because that's one thing about the beings that protect us, that we divinely connected to. They gonna forgive you. They gonna keep forgiving you. I know y'all done seen the memes when the ancestors say I'm done. When I tell the ancestors I'm done and I go back and they looking at you like you stupid. Yeah, for sure. They gonna keep doing it. He'll learn one day. Because one thing you also have to understand is that time is relative. So if you don't get it in this lifetime, oh baby, you're gonna come back down and you're gonna get it in the next lifetime, because this throne right here is yours. Now, it may take you 2-3 lifetimes in your time, but yet in this spiritual realm, shit, nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's only been 2 weeks. You still ain't getting it right? God damn. Send him back down to earth. Hopefully he'll get in the next week. So you got to understand, yeah, that it's your personal journey. You got beings in high places that's going to keep forgiving you, right? But when you getting these signs, when you getting these uploads, when you getting these dreams, these journeys, and you getting this information, ask the beings, whatever you say or subscribe to, ask that being for discernment and the capacity to decipher all communication so you can understand, overstand, and understand, and so you can be guided on the path that you're supposed to be on. I'm supposed to start my 7-day fast. I got beings in high places. This nigga playing. He a whole, he don't even know. He a whole, she a whole God up here. He don't even know he governing 3 realms. He don't even know he got 4 realms that he govern, and he down here on earth playing. Man, y'all better pay attention to them signs. When you get the information, take the information, convert the knowledge into wisdom, and utilize it. Come on, man. The last thing I want to say is that fasting exposes you to the emotions that you have been trying to suppress. Fasting, from my perspective, is the first key to healing, physically and spiritually. Because again, like I said, fasting exposes you to demons. Fasting exposes you to these entities that are attached to you. No more eating for pleasure, and eating and trying to use distractions to suppress your emotions and the things that you're not trying to face. It exposes you to these things. So now you can address them. Now you can heal from them. Stop trying to suppress and trying to ignore the habits and the emotions that you continually trying to suppress. You can be finally exposed to yourself, to who you truly are. And this is where the healing starts. I pray everyone understood, overstood, and understood everything that I spoke on. I pray everyone understood, overstood, and understood everything that I spoke on. Like I said in the beginning, I had some shit to say tonight, so I will be going over time. Forgive me, for I am not sorry. We finna jump into the community gathering. We got a lot of questions. I'm about to answer some questions, and then I'm gonna add a few people in. We got over 60 people that's trying to join. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to get to 60 people. But it's okay, because again, I appreciate you for joining the community, because without the community, there wouldn't be a community. Let me answer some questions real quickly split. You feel me? Somebody asked, what does the feather mean? I have found some myself. If you find some feathers on your journey, make sure you pick them up. Feathers can mean many different things. To me, they mean confirmation from the realms, from the higher up in the realms, God, ancestors, my higher self. Feathers could also, from my perspective, mean that I'm getting my wings here while I'm down here. Feathers could also mean that I'm on the correct journey. I'm on my journey, the right journey that I'm supposed to be on. I pray I answered your question. When doing your juice fast, how much do you drink daily? Honestly, I drink a lot of juice, like daily. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to keep it gangster with you, though. It's interesting because ever since I started my fast Sunday, I haven't been drinking a lot of juice. I would drink out of the whole day, I'll probably drink like 5 of these, right? Normally, I drink like 10, 12 of these. But since I've been on my fast and me being more intentional with it, I literally may drink. I may drink like 4, maybe 5 of these, and I'll be straight. And of course, I'm drinking my herbal teas. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah. I pray I answered your question. Let me see. Somebody asked, I want to release music. If you don't mind, if you record your music yourself, can you do a tour of your studio and show your equipment? I don't know where to start to release music. All right, one transitioning vegan for sure. So I'm gonna keep it gangster with you. My studio, it's not a lot. I just made sure that I spent the correct money on quality things. So of course I have, the MacBook. I have 2 stereos. What are these? These are Omahas. I got 2 Omahas. I got a big knob. I got a mic, pop filter, headphones, and then I got all the programs that I need on my computer to record myself. So yes, I do record myself. I mix and master my own songs, and I release my own songs. I have my own publishing company, meaning I own my own masters. You know what I'm saying? For those that know about the music game, when you own your own masters, that is major. You feel what I'm saying? So I do record myself. I taught myself how to mix and master off of YouTube. YouTube and Google is the new, it's the new school. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what all I got is a MacBook. I got the Mac desktop. I got 2 Omahas, a big knob. You feel what I'm saying? A mic. But again, the thing about it is that I made sure that I was very intentional with the quality. This is why my songs sound the way they sound. of course, beyond the mix and mastering part of me mixing mastering, but beyond that, this is why my songs, you know what I'm saying, sound the way they sound, because I'm very big on quality. You feel what I'm saying? We got to make sure that third eye still activated. It's vibe. It's still high. I should be looking like a knot, but I embrace it. You feel me? So yeah, I pray I answered your question. Let me see. So somebody asked, what juices did you intake during the fast? All kind of juices. So I got orange. I juice a lot of oranges, seeded oranges. Make sure they're seeded. A lot of seeded seeded grapes. A lot of seeded watermelons. With my watermelons, I actually did. So I switched it up a little bit, right? So I actually made a recipe this time. I did strawberries, watermelon, and key limes. It was so good. Oh my God. It was so good. So yeah, I pray I answered your question. You could juice anything though. I did mostly fruits, right? Because although I'm on my fast, I also want to cleanse my body, right? So, I do have a live. I always speak about how vegetables rebuild the body and fruits cleanse the body. So I made sure I was on nothing but fruits to cleanse my body. You can do vegetables if you're trying to rebuild, but it's all, it suits yourself. You know what I mean? I pray I answered your question. Let's ask somebody else. So let's ask somebody up in here real quick to split. You feel me? Somebody asked, why are seeded fruits better? Because they can reproduce. That's why. I pray I answered your question with that. All right, boom. Let's add somebody up in here real quickly split. You feel me? Let me add, we got Tribal Wildflower. The front of the class. Which pattern?
Hello.
Divine. How you doing?
Good.
I love it.
So I wanted to join because I wanted to share a book with you guys. I've
Mm-hmm.
been reading this book. It's called Black Fortunes. Really good book. It goes into history about all the Black millionaires and what struggles they went through as far as like racial injustice, discrimination, all things of that nature, and it's really good. Each chapter talks about a different story, so it's kind of like reading a movie,
Mm-hmm.
which makes it really interesting. So it's entertainment.
For sure. Black Fortunes. Who's the author?
The author is Shamar Wills, and I think one of his relatives is one of the Black millionaires as well.
Oh wow, that's fire. So I pray y'all got that book. I appreciate you for sharing that.
Thank you, and I enjoy
Sure.
your live. Thank you, Tone. You are awesome as always.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Hey, listen, before you go, I just want to express my appreciation and my gratitude for you joining the community, because like I always say,
Ain't no
without the
community
community,
without no community.
there's no community. Well, I appreciate you. Have a good night.
Peace.
Peace. For sure. I pray I got that book, man. I'm gonna get that book right there. I love the book recommendations. Y'all know I got a big old library. You know what I'm saying? I got a big old library. You feel what I'm saying? Ooh, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about big stepper. Yeah, okay, you a big step. I got the big library. I got the big old library. You feel me? All right, so bet. Let's add somebody else up in here real quickly. Display. You feel me? See what's going on, man. Boom. We got Augusta Savage 10. It's a guy right here, man. What's popping, guy? Come on in. Come on in. You raised your hand. Come on in. Come to the front of the class, God.
Hey, what's good, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm doing amazing. How you feeling?
I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling great, man.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Every time that I get on this live, bro, I swear, like, I be on the same vibe, bro. It's good to hear somebody reflect that, man. It's really dope.
Sure. That's amazing, man. We all connected yet attached to nothing. So it's the reason why. The universal language is telepathy. So we was probably communicating through each other. You feel me? Like,
Nah, that's real talk.
yeah.
And I definitely felt what you said about like doing a cell cleanse and stuff like that. Cause I went to a wedding recently, so I was kind of away from like what I usually eat and stuff. And so I came back, did the cell cleanse, and I saw like big parasites and stuff like that. I guess they just had to get flushed out of my body.
Yeah. You saw parasites come out of you?
Mm-hmm. And I'm definitely gonna get that book. You recommended me a book last time. I think it's The Second Brain or The First Brain.
Yeah, it's called the second brain.
Okay, yeah.
It was, I think it was two. It was the second brain, and was it the second brain? And I think something about the gut.
Okay.
It was something
Okay.
about the gut. But yeah, the second brain for sure, for sure.
Yes, I gotta look that up. But I wanted to ask you a question because I ran across this herb today.
Yeah,
I never heard of it. It's called, I think it's called prodigiosa, or it's also called Brickhelia, or grandiflora. But I just heard about this today,
yeah,
and
grandiflora. Yeah, I've heard of that.
oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I just want to make sure it's official and everything.
yeah,
Um,
it's official tissue. What I
oh,
can say, from my research, there's a few of them like echinacea is a no go. Um, man, what other herbs? Well, that's one I could definitely think of right now. But yeah, I've heard of that herb though, for sure.
okay, yeah, I want to try that out because I'm doing like an alkaline eating and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And I'm definitely gonna do what you said about like with the fruits and everything, just like
yeah.
cleanse myself. And I noticed it, man, today because I've been drinking a gallon of water a day and stuff, and just eating healthier. And I noticed it, bro. Like even my atmosphere around my body, it just cleared up, bro.
Your
Like you know
aura.
what I'm saying, yeah, it just
Facts.
feels good, man.
Facts. That's what I was explaining earlier when I was saying that my mind hasn't been as so clear. So, see, I was supposed to been start this fast like I do it. I like I said, I eat once a day. I probably eat every other day. You know what I'm saying? But like I've been being called to do a 7-day fast, and when I say, bro, like today I can literally see the effects of like my mind. When I say I meditated today, and I literally, it got to the point where I think I was like 15 minutes in my meditation, and I tried to stop and tried to get up, but the force was so strong. Was like, for
Mm,
what? That's how clear my mind was. That's how clear and strong my aura was. It was just like, nah, I think I should stay right here for a little longer. You know what I
mm,
mean? Like
mm.
the mind was just so clear. It's a beautiful experience, man. So definitely, definitely do it.
Nah, that's a fact, man. I just got up here to share the herb with the community, you know what I'm saying, to run it past you and everything. But you know what I'm saying, salute to everybody. You know, I just want to tell you,
Mhm.
keep building, keep growing. It's a pleasure being here, man.
Man, I appreciate you. Before you go, man, of course, I gotta express my gratitude and my appreciation, man, because for joining the community. Because without the community, there
Mm,
is no community. So I appreciate you, God.
nah, for sure.
Peace. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I love it. I love it. Let's see what else we got. Let's ask somebody else up in here real quickly. Spell for me. We got. Let me scroll down. We got Mr. Sharwama. You raised your hand. Come on to the. Oh, he unable to join. Okay, he probably left. It's all good. Let me scroll down. We got Metaphysical Mommy, a pretty bruiser. What's popping? You raised your hand. Come on to the front of the class. Where's him?
Blessings. Thank you.
Gratitude. How you doing?
I'm doing well, King. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. I'm doing amazing.
I came on here because I joined the 7-day fast. Right when you put the chat up, I was like, okay, I gotta get on this. I
Yeah.
was already fasting, so it's been crazy. It's been so activating.
Yeah.
Dreams. I got my dream journal right here next to me.
Man, when I say the journeys has been out of this world.
Traveling through the cosmos, like
Out
literally,
of this world.
like out of my body. Amazing, amazing activation.
Yes.
And so a part of what's been really resonating with me on this 7-day journey that we've been on is the herbal baths. I really love the herbal baths. Like that's my favorite. Like when I get home from work, I look forward to hurry up, getting in the shower and like rinsing the energy off.
Yeah.
And then I came across this book. One queen was on here. She shared a book. And this book here, it lists it's the Yoruba concept.
The Aruba sauce. Okay.
Yeah. And so it lists some of the herbs that correlate with the chakras in the body and things of that nature. So any of the people who are also doing that 7-day fast, if you're looking for some herbs to add to what you're already doing, this is a great reference and a great guide for that.
Wow, that's amazing. I appreciate you for sharing that. So for those that don't understand about the herbal baths, right? In the fasting community, I articulated that while we're on this 7-day fast, we're going to be taking herbal baths every single day, right? So so when it comes to the herbal baths, what you want to do is that you want to first shower, right? You want to shower, cleanse yourself of all the energy that you may have taken on, right, that day. Cleanse the body, make sure you're clean. And then what happens is once you get out of the shower, you run a bath with the certain herbs or whatever the case may be. And what happens is that these herbs then energetically cleanse you. And the reason why I particularly said 7 days for me specifically, and why I shared that, is because it's been a very long time since I did a spiritual bath, right? Which is what a herbal bath is. It's been a very long time since I did one. So I'm like, you know what? Since I'm cleansing my physical vessel, let me also cleanse the spiritual vessel all at the same time, right? So yeah, it's definitely amazing. I'll definitely look forward to the herbal baths, and I love them.
Absolutely. You do mention some of the essential oils. What essential oils would you recommend?
Yeah. Yeah, so I use different ones every time, but I mainly use the tea tree oil, holy basil, lavender, grapefruit essential oil, like this to get the citrus in there. And I use cinnamon for sure.
And another question I had was the blood root. Where are you getting your blood root from?
Oh, I get my blood root from so I get my wholesale blood root from Star West Botanicals, but I got a herbal store that stay right up the street from me, so I could just pull up there real quick, grab the blood root, and get right.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I needed to know. And for the other people that were asking me, this is the Yoruba religious concepts. Before I go, I'm gonna just plug it one last time so
Yeah,
they.
for sure.
Alrighty, thank you
Yeah.
so much for having me.
Gratitude. Hey, look, I appreciate you. First, I appreciate you for joining, the herbal, the fast, man. It's been so amazing to have you and the other beings, not just motivating myself, but also motivating each other and inspiring each other. I appreciate you for joining the live, for being a part of the community, because like I always say, it wouldn't be a community without the community. I truly appreciate you.
Blessings.
Peace,
Bliss.
goddess.
Peace.
Let me see. Let me see what y'all talking about, man. All right, we good. All right, boom. Let me see. Let me answer some questions real quick. Let me see. Let me scroll down. It's a lot of questions. So somebody said, can one be spiritually awakened and enlightened and join the military without it interfering? I mean, it all depends on what's your reasoning on joining the military, what's your knowledge of the military, and what will be your job during the military. Because the reason why I say that is because if you're going into the military to go to war, right, then we got to start talking about the knowledge of, why the military is going to war, right, to pretty much bully people out of natural resources and, to hold down the grounds, to call them their own, right? So yeah, so that's one of the things. So that's one of your duties. We got to look at that. But what I can say is that there is it is possible, right? If you want to like really start some things, right? What I suggest you to do is to look up this movie and get the book called The Spook Who Sat by the Door, right? Or is it the spook who sat by the door, or the spook who sat on the Nah, it's the spook who sat on the door. It's something like that. I got it in there. But it's the spook. Hold on real quick, y'all. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me go here. Scoot this up. Let me see if I can make sure, because I want to make sure I'm giving you the right. Yeah, it's a spook who sat by the door. Yeah, so watch that movie. It's an old movie, and get that book. So basically what the illustration speaks about is that how pretty much, you know, a carbon neuromelanated man infiltrated the CIA, right? This was when the whole racial war was going on, whatever the case may be. He infiltrated the CIA, became top ranking, right? He examined and studied how they, you know, move, get their weapons and etc. And then he went basically back to the hood. He went back to his people and supplied them with the knowledge, went to war, won the war, and etc. Right? So again, that's if you really want to start something, but you know what I mean? When it comes to that, then it's all about your reasoning, right? And then when it comes to mental health, like I said, it's all about, you know what I'm saying? It's all about, you know, what's your reasoning behind joining the military? If you're going to the military to travel, shit, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. You know, I don't see why not. You feel what I'm saying? I wouldn't join, but you know, go ahead. You feel what I'm saying? You just gotta know why you're joining. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what's your reasoning? And I got some veterans in here. You know, I salute to y'all. You know what I'm saying? For sure, for sure. Let me see. Let me answer some more questions. Then we're gonna add somebody else up in here. It's 11 o'clock already, y'all. Let me scroll down. So somebody asked, this isn't about the temple of God, but do you make your social media posts as specific angel numbers? And do you suggest we do the same? I don't actually. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't I do not post as specific angel numbers. I honestly didn't even think about that. The most I do when it comes to angel numbers is I pray. You know what I'm saying? I pray, I manifest, I meditate, I do yoga around those times. But as far as posting on social media, not necessarily. I do have like the insights on my social media, so I can know when to post. You know what I'm saying? So I pray I answered your question. Let's see. So I was supposed to start the 7-day fast with the community. How do you fast with a child? I have a 2-year-old son. Your son can eat and you can't. Well, I ain't gonna say you can't, but you know, making the conscious choice and the decision to not eat, but yet feed your son. Because I got a son, you know what I'm saying? I just, I had to cook him some food last night. You know what I mean? Yesterday. So I cooked, I fed him, but I didn't eat. You know what I'm saying? It's all about my why. Like, why am I fasting? Why am I doing this? Why am I on this journey? You feel what I'm saying? So I pray I answered your question. Somebody asked, what is the best parasite cleanse? It's a lot. It's a few herbs, It's a few nice herbs that you can do for a parasite cleanse. You can go to my website, thebloodthatheals.com. I have a parasite elimination tincture and I have a probiotic tea. It's very, very good for parasites, very good for worms. Well, I ain't gonna say get rid of, but I'm gonna say it aids in helping with those that have STDs and bacterial infections and things like that. So I pray I answered your question. Somebody said it's a vibe check. How does a blood say broccoli bit bookies? Hey man, look, y'all chill out, man. Y'all chill out with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Just biggie back, being boo, eating a bowl of cereal, smoking on a biggie rack, eating some broccoli bit bookies. And let's add somebody else up in here real quickly, split. You feel me? Let me see. Let me scroll down. We got a lot. Let's add Idula this. Ooh, Idula. Let's add her up in here. You raise your hand. Come on to the front of the class.
Hello.
Peace. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm on the journey with you on the fast. I think it's
Yes.
amazing. I told y'all that I had brain surgery and I have been feeling so much better
Wow.
since. Like, I'm showing up in other people's dreams. Like
Wow.
I feel like I'm dream walking. But I just want to say thank you. It's been amazing. Everybody in there is just so supportive. It's been amazing. So thank you.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So you saying that you had brain surgery, and ever since you've been on this fast, you've been feeling a lot better.
Yeah, I haven't taken my medicine or anything, and I
Wow.
feel amazing.
So I'm so happy you got on, and I'm so happy you expressed that, because I just want the community to see, understand, overstand, and understand that this right here is a prime example of the body
Mm-hmm.
being created to heal itself by not consuming anything, by just letting it and giving it permission to
Mm-hmm.
heal itself. That is amazing.
Yeah, natural intelligence.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. I appreciate you for joining the fasted community. I'm
Yes.
proud of you for making that leap and being brave to actually do the fast. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just had one question. I had it in the question box, so I'm gonna just answer, get it now if you don't
Uh,
mind. I'm a birth doula, and I incorporate a lot of meditation, opening the sacral chakra, breath work, and things that I do for them to help them, in the process of birth. But what else do you think that I could incorporate with them on a spiritual level, if you have
Um,
any suggestions?
while birthing, or just going through the months and stuff,
Going through the pregnancy.
going through the pregnancy. Did you say breath work?
Oh yeah,
You
absolutely.
said breath work. Did you say yoga?
We do a little yoga. We do a little pregnancy yoga. Yeah.
Okay, yoga, sound bowl meditation.
Oh, yeah.
Sound bowl, you could do guided meditation.
We do that, but the sound bowl sounds really nice. I could incorporate that.
Yeah, the sound bowls. What else? I don't know. I think you pretty much hitting everything.
Okay.
Of course, I'm sure some people in the community probably gonna give some suggestions, but for me, I think that's you hitting, especially that breath work. You know
Oh,
what
yeah,
I'm
that's
saying?
you
Sound
can breathe the
breath
baby out.
work and sound healing, like with them
Yeah.
sound bowls, definitely for sure.
All right.
Okay, so boom, so Mecca, she just dropped some crystals, Reiki, yoga,
Oh, yes,
journaling,
pregnancy
chanting.
Reiki.
Oh, chanting. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Utilizing that voice chakra.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, you
Yeah.
do the om. That's the best way to, that's the best tone to have. It relaxes your pelvis.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
you shit, you hitting it on the head. You hitting it on the
But
head.
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Man, I appreciate you. Peace. Have a beautiful night.
Peace.
Amazing. Yeah, man. Yeah, that breath work gonna get 'em right, boy. You know what I'm saying? You know. No, I'm just joking, y'all. All right, boom. Let me answer a few more questions. It's 11 o'clock. Like I said, y'all know I had some stuff to say tonight, man. Um, so somebody asked, if you're on a budget, what's the best foods to detox with? If you're on a budget, what's the best foods to detox with? Fruit. That's all I can tell you. And the reason why I'm saying that is because fruits cleanse, vegetables rebuild, right? If you're trying to detox, that's a cleanse. Watermelons, I would say that, right? So if you just on a strict budget, get some melons, right? Melons and berries, watermelons, honeydew melons, blueberry, excuse me, wild blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. You feel what I'm saying? So melons and berries would definitely do good. If you can juice the melons, that'll be amazing. If you can't, that's okay. Definitely just eat it. You know what I'm saying? So I pray I answered your question. Let's see. Somebody asked, where do you learn your true history? I know we've been lied to, so how did you weed out the lies? I'm gonna keep it gangster with you. I don't even know the full history. Although I do know some things. You feel what I'm saying? What I can say is that a lot of information is already inside of me, right? The reason why I say this is because, water holds information, right? We're over 70% of water, right? And so also our ancestors, they lived through us, especially when especially being connected more to this realm, to nature. You know what I'm saying? We can tap more into the cosmos. That's like asking, how did the ancient civilizations gain their knowledge, right? They gained their knowledge by just tapping into source, by meditating. You know what I'm saying? By actually tapping into the divine unifield. One of the things that I put inside the community of fasting is that I think it was yesterday or on the second day, I spoke on that this is the perfect time to start meditating, right? Set your times as set your alarms at specific times to meditate, right? And before you meditate, start asking certain questions. Even when you start journaling, start asking certain journals, right? Start asking certain questions in your journals that you always had questions to that you don't know the answer to, right? Then once you start writing that in your journal, even while you're on your fast, remember what I said, manifestations work 10 times faster because you're becoming more soul and spirit. So when you write these questions down, when you ask the questions and then you meditate with intentions, right, the answer is going to come to you. Now, when it comes to certain history and certain specific questions, you gotta be patient, because now, and you gotta be patient and you gotta pay attention, because now you have to understand that once you ask these questions, you're going to be divinely guided, right, and you're going to be divinely sent messages. Like I said in the beginning, you want to ask whoever you say, whatever you subscribe to, ask the being and or the beings to give you the discernment and the capacity to be able to decipher all messages and communication by way however they communicate to you. Not only that, you have to pay attention to the certain journeys that may just come out of the blue after you ask these questions, because these new journeys, these new routes, or these new individuals could come about your journey to direct you to your answer, right? So and a more simple answer is, I check out a lot of books, man. I read a lot of books as well, and of course, it's all about what hits your spirit, what hits your soul. When something is truth. When something is vibrating on your frequency, because it vibrates on your frequency. It hits your soul. Like, oh man, now that's a fucking fact, because I feel that, right? And the reason why you feel that is because you've experienced it. Remember, wisdom comes with experience. You might not have experienced it in this realm, but your subconscious or your DNA might have experienced it in other realms, in other dimensions, before this life, beyond this life, in other dimensions while you even live in this life. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of ways to gain information. So the best way, in a simplest form, meditation, asking questions, journaling, you know what I'm saying, paying attention to the communications of the beings that you may ask, and reading books. I pray I answered your question. I pray that wasn't too complicated. Damn, I pray that wasn't too complicated. Let's add somebody else up in here real quickly, split, you feel me? So let me scroll down. We got a lot of people trying to come up. All right, so we got Man of Prenatal. Let me see. Man of Prenatal, you raise your hand. Come on to the front of the class.
What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm just in shock a little bit.
Why are you in shock? What's going on?
Well, so this weekend I did I guess you could say it was the cleanse, but it was more of the not listening to music, no TV,
Silence.
just shutting everything down. Yeah. So I was supposed to do it on Saturday, and I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I was just, being disobedient or whatever, but I didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching TV, and it's crazy because I was watching your live last week, and you were talking about Stranger Things. I think that was last week,
Yeah,
and I never watched it. So I started watching it. I watched the first series, and no, I didn't punish myself if that was to me. I watched the first series, like I binge watched it, and it kind of made me scared in a way. Like I started kind of like tripping out. But anyways, okay. So fast forward to this weekend. So I know everybody is doing the fast and cleanse with you. I don't know what I got going on. It's not necessarily exactly what you're doing. But that's more like a vegan cleanse, 7-day cleanse. But anyway, so Sunday morning I wake up. Now the spirit told me to get on this live. And whatever was written down was something that I needed to share. Okay. So Sunday morning I woke up and I meditated and I prayed, and I was just like, okay, whatever spirit wants, spirit gets today. And after meditating, the Most High led me to get in the tub to do a spiritual bath. And I know that's something that we've been talking about tonight. So after the spiritual bath, this is something that was given to me. So I don't know if we have enough time, but you can cut me off whenever you need to. Okay. But yeah, these aren't my words. So it says, y'all, please bear with me. If I cry, like, I'm sorry, I'm just emotional. Okay. So it says, God doesn't like lukewarm. And it's a little intense too. Heat and ice heals. That's why there are 4 seasons, because it's balance. There needs to be a moment of rest. In order to release demons, strongholds, cords, attachments, addictions, spells, cycles, negative thoughts, or actions, you must purge, cleanse, detox, release, detach, cut, sever, remove, dispel, cast out, rebuke through baptism. And it kind of is a little Christian, but just bear with me. Okay. Okay. So baptism, by the dictionary definition, is a ceremonial immersion in water or application of water as an initiatory rite or sacrament of the Christian church. So any similar ceremony or action of initiation, dedication, etc. A trying or purifying experience or initiation, purification of thought and character. And the etymology or the origin is as above. So a baptism or submerging yourself in water is, the etymology of that is as above. So then, just to clarify Christian, because some people get thrown off into religion, which there's nothing wrong with religion. I'm not against any religions. That's really not my business, what you choose to believe. But it says Christian means Christ, anointed one, Messiah, to dedicate to the service of God, to select for an honor, a particular role or office. And that's kind of like what you was talking about in the spiritual realm. Like, you're anointed, you're chosen. Right. You got work to do. Okay. And so church is the Christian faith, or to receive the master power. This is all in the dictionary. I'm not making any of this up. No, it's not a poem. This is something that the spirit told me to write down after doing a spiritual bath, was to kind of capture what a spiritual bath is. So I'm sorry I didn't clarify that. But this is the way, one of the ways to purge or cleanse yourself. So when you are on your detox, or you are doing a cleanse, this kind of helps you stay on track or purify your body. if I'm taking over, Tone, let me know because I'm not trying to do that. Okay, so then it talks about baptism, aka these are uploads, a spiritual bath. And in order to do the spiritual bath, it says, I do not want to say this. I'm sorry. Darkness, deep breathing, essential oils, natural soap, salt, hot water, prayer, intentions to release, space. And I'm going to tell you guys about space. Some people, I'm pretty sure, already know about that. Submerge, which is your whole body. Remember, you can stop me at any time. It's a lot. Okay, so to submerge is to immerse or ingress. And one of the definitions of submerge was the entrance of a heavenly body into an eclipse by another body, which is an occultation or transit. So that'll make sense later. So this says, this is kind of like the directions that was given. And this is something that I actually did before. And I guess that's why I was, like you say, it was the experience. So sit in the hot steaming water, taking deep breaths. Allow your belly to fill up with air. Exhale until your stomach is depleted. Feel the air leaving. Focus on how your body is feeling, the sensations. You will begin to heat up. Speak aloud the things or demons you want to exercise. Your intentions are set here. Give thanks to the Spirit for the grand release, reset, rebirth, cleanse, purification, healing. But stay submerged. It will feel really hot. You must be patient. Allow your demons to come to the surface. They will beg and plead you to get out because they cannot stand the heat. It will sound like voices you've heard before. Listen for the master power, the anointed one. That voice will release you after all the demons have fled or run away from danger to fly. And demons, like you said, that could be entities, parasites, addictions, strongholds, stuff that, like, some people I've been seeing on here. And I'm like that too. Like, you have thoughts, dang, I want to eat this, I want to have that. That's like, from what I'm learning, is like feeding your demons. Like, they want that. Whatever is in you wants that. So if you can exercise that, you become stronger. And so it says,
Hey, say, goddess. I got a few more people that want to come on.
okay.
So
Yes, you stop. Okay, can I say one more thing and then I will end it?
Of course.
Because I was about to get to salt.
Okay.
Not unbearable hot water, but just hot enough. You'll start to heat up when you breathe, because the breath has heat. It says we release salt when we release water. It's one and the same. The salt is basically going to create a pH balance of 7, which is something that you talked about. The pH balance is a neutralizing agent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, potential hydrogen.
Right. So when you neutralize, it says pH 7 is neutral like pure water. So then you come back to 0. When you add water and salt, it actually turns into H3O chemical compound. So anyways, I know you got to add more people on, but if this is something you want to talk about, maybe at a different time, this was just something I was led to bring on.
Amazing. I appreciate you for sharing. It's a lot you just shared, and it's a lot of that I actually articulated. It's interesting because I put that in the community fasting group. So I'm glad you actually shared that. For a lot of people that's not in, you know, the community fasting group, they're able to take that as well, especially, you know, you added more stuff as well. That was very interesting. I appreciate you for sharing.
Yeah, no problem. Like I said, it wasn't really my word, so I'm grateful that I was able to be a vessel and just be able to sit in that presence in that moment. And thank you for having me on and allowing me to share this with your platform, because you know you have the platform. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And so yeah, I appreciate that. I always watch your lives, and like I said, I do massage therapy. So if you need massage therapy during your retreat, I'm
Yeah.
open for that.
Oh,
And then
gratitude. Yeah, I need that. DM because we need that.
okay.
We need
And then
that.
if you want to go a little deeper, because it's very deep. That's what I was saying at the beginning. I appreciate that. But I guess we can talk about that later. So
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
thank
I
you guys.
appreciate you for joining the community, guys.
Yeah.
All
Peace.
right, peace. That was amazing. I appreciate you for sharing that. Hey, so I'll save this comment real quick because somebody said I had a dream of 4 big dogs chasing me in 2 separate dreams. I'm going to look that up tonight because I'm pretty sure that 4 meant something. This is Made You Are. Hey, real quick, I want you to realize something, and I want you to change your perspective just a tad bit, right? Now, that 4 may mean something for sure, but next time you have this dream, this journey, I want you to pause, and I want you to stop, and I want you to stop. I want you to don't run from them because of, you know, what you saying chasing, that means you was running from them. How about change your perspective in this journey, in this dream, and don't run from them, because they're probably not running, like they're probably not chasing you. They're probably running to you to deliver you something. So it could probably be a message that they're trying to tell you. And especially with you having 2 separate dreams of this, 2 separate journeys. So take that. Of course, that 4 definitely, you know, definitely means something. They all probably have a message for you. But in your next journey, if you experience that, control your dream, control your journey. Do not run from the dogs because they're probably trying to deliver you a message. I just wanted to say that real quick. I'm gonna answer a few more questions, then we're gonna get up out of here, y'all. It's about to be 11:30. So somebody asked, how do you breathe correctly? The best way to breathe is in and out of your nose, and making sure that your abdomen is full with air before your chest, right? You want to utilize the full capacity of your lungs. So I can demonstrate real quick. All right. In and out of your nose. Of course, you know, there are different breathing techniques that you can use, that you breathe in your nose, right? And then and out of your mouth as well, right? But but when your body is on autonomic, when you're utilizing the autonomic nervous system of breathing, right, you want to make sure that you're majority of the time breathing in and out of your nose. There's a book called Breathe. I advise you all to get it. But the best way to breathe correctly is making sure your abdomen is full before your chest, and or all at the same time. So I pray I demonstrated that correctly for you, or I demonstrated that enough for you to be able to understand that. Let me see. I'm gonna answer one more question. We're gonna ask somebody else on here. We're gonna add one more person on here, then we're gonna get up out of here, y'all. Somebody said for beginners, is 2 days a good start off point? I'm guessing you're talking about fasting. The best start off point that I can suggest you to do, what's popping? The best, the best start off that I suggest you should do when it comes to fasting is first start preparing your body to only eat once a day. So start eating once a day. You know what I'm saying? And start pushing your meals out to between 3 and 6, right? 3 and 6 p.m. and only eat once a day. I would suggest you doing that first. Now, if you already eat once a day, then yeah, I would say, the next step you could possibly do is what I was doing, is eating every other day. You know what I'm saying? So if I eat today, I'm not eating tomorrow, but I'm eating the next day. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, of course, you can start indulging into your okay, so you said yes, I do that now. Okay, boo. So if you already eat once a day, okay, well, start implementing eating every other day. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to go ahead and just jump into the fast, jump into the fast. But I don't suggest doing 2 days. I suggest doing 3 days. The reason why I say that is because the first 1 to 2 days, your body is now digesting and eliminating, right? Hence why I said earlier, this is where the headaches and the irritation and the agitation come in, because the toxins and the poisons are back in circulation from being stagnant. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure those are eliminated. So now on your third day, which is one of my hardest days, right? One of my most difficult days, because it's more emotional than anything. Now you want to be able to journal and meditate and do yoga and address the emotions that we may be suppressing. You know what I mean? So I pray I answered your question. All right, so bet, let me add one more person up in here, then we're gonna get up out of here. Let me scroll down. So we got live. It's like 70 people trying to get up in here, y'all. So forgive me if y'all can't come in tonight. But for sure, I'll see y'all on the next meal. We got live in Rayo. You raised your hand. Come on to the front of the class. Oh, she declined. Okay, for sure. She declined. Let me scroll down. All right, boom. Let's add crown oil. Let's add crown oil real quick, man. Let me see what the guy is talking about. You raised your hand. Come on to the front of the class.
Tone.
What's popping, Goddess? How you feeling?
I am well.
I love it.
I just wanted to come on and say, like, community work is so important, and I'm just grateful for my communities. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to channel in fear, but before that, I started reading the Kabbalion, and it was talking about how the universe is mental, and I was going through my own thoughts, and I was reading polarity, and I'm a Gemini as well, so I understand the importance of polarity and duality. And myself, I go through like the wildest extreme for my peace and for my for truth. So yesterday we had the opportunity to channel in fear, and I was asking like the questions, like the whole room, like the paradigm shifted, like reality started to shift, because I asked fear, like, what is your polar opposite? And fear said nothing. Nothing. And then I asked, so the polar opposite of nothing is like everything, is the all. And fear's like, yes. Then I asked fear, like, because I try to channel in like the devil, happiness, like a lot of the words that we use is like empty, it's like nothing, like it has no substance, like it's not real, like you can't channel it, like it's fake. So I asked fear, so like, are you close to scared? Like, do you and scared have, like, are you close with one another? And fear was like, nah, scared is fake. And fear was like, fear travels from the deepest of the depths, it comes back up and it goes back down. Fear said that there's no such thing as good and bad. We all have the choice to interchange negative and positive. And I also, and like Fear was saying a lot yesterday, somebody asked, well, how do you overcome fear? Fear was like, you don't overcome it, you embody it. Fear, so scared is fake. Fear is an embodiment. Like, and fear started to say something else, but like it stopped, and it just stopped at embodiment. Then I asked fear, so like, are you a high frequency? Are you a low frequency? And fear was like, I'm a high frequency. I'm extremely high frequency. Because I was thinking like, well, maybe you have to vibrate. This is why I asked. I'm reading about polarities and I'm reading the Kabbalah. So I'm asking questions. Like I'm thinking like, so you probably got to be on a low state of mind to experience fear. No, fear is extremely high. And basically fear is basically saying like, yeah, like you can make your own reality. And when I was going through like everything that I was going through, like just mentally with my case, like basically like a lot has been open, and yesterday was just like a crazy day, like a beautiful day. Everything was just pouring in, coming in. And basically I was embodying fear. Like I was embodying fear, like I was embodying that frequency. And then at the same time, I'm like, oh, okay, well, and I had therapy today, and I'm telling my therapist, and I was like, I was embodying all of nothing. Like I am embodying all of nothing. Just how, you know, everybody on this live is like genius, you know, all of nothing. Like it's like, I hope, and I don't want to say too much because I don't want to lose nobody, but I just felt that was very important for me to share. Like fear is the polar opposite of fear is nothingness. If you wanna overcome it, you have to embody it, and you have to like choose the polar opposite, if that makes any sense.
Wow, that was powerful. Yeah, I remember you posting that into the fasting community, and
Yes,
I
and I'm
read
like,
that,
I don't know if
and
I
I
want
actually
to.
screenshotted it, and I sat with myself for a very long time and really digested that. I remember you posting that.
Yeah, I wanted to like to read because I feel like I gotta say because it's wild. Like it's like I'm still digesting it. Like even like like I'm just like, yo, so that's what like, and like the whole room changed, and
Yeah.
then like the energy was like, yes, like you asking the right questions. Like if you have the opportunity to channel, like you can channel in harmony. Like I always say harmony because I always want to be in harmony. Like that's the energy I'm calling on. You can channel in joy. Joy is very like crazy and wonky. You can channel in bliss, miracles. Like you can channel in these energies, and you could actually find out what's real, what feels good. Like you could like, that's why community I feel like is so important, because you could really like do work, challenge yourself, learn new things. So yeah, like I'm still sitting with it. I'm still learning. I'm still getting like, I don't want to say too much because it's Mercury retrograde, and I don't want to lose people, but at the end of the day, the universe is mental. Everything has a polar opposite. Fear said everything is somebody asked like, do you have a boss? And fear was like, no one has a boss. We're all beings. Like we just be. And I'm like, yo, like it was a wild conversation, a lit conversation, and I just wanted to share that again. Like, yeah, like, and
Yeah.
you passed that vibe check, Tone. I love you for that. That vibe check, yo. Like, I love you for that
Oh
vibe
man,
check.
a big and back being boo, smoking on a bigger and eating a bowl of cereal with some
Yes,
broccoli and
at
good
the
buckets. You feel
window
me?
outside.
Come on,
Thank
man.
you. Good night, y'all.
Peace, goddess. I truly
Peace.
appreciate you.
Peace. I appreciate you too.
All right. All right, yeah, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't see any more comments, so that'll be my cue for us to go ahead and get up out of here. I can't see. Y'all know how Instagram be after a long period of time. After a period of time, I can't see no more comments. I don't know why I do that, man. Man, I don't know why I do that. But listen, I appreciate y'all, man. I honor y'all. I really pray and hope that y'all learned and got inspired and motivated. You know what I'm saying? To just become a better you. You know what I'm saying? Rather it's everybody on here or rather it's just one person. That's all it takes. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all. Y'all know I like to end with prayer. Then I got one more thing to say, and then we're going to get up out of here, all right? All right, let's do it. I give honor and thanks to the powers that be that have given me the ability to obtain the knowledge that I have, to not only just obtain this knowledge, but convert this knowledge into wisdom, to not only teach myself, but the people, places, and things around me. I send that same energy, that same frequency, that same prayer out to every being that's on this live, to every being that will watch this live, to not only be able to obtain the knowledge that was spoken, but convert this knowledge into wisdom to not only teach themselves, but the people, places, and things around them. I give honor and thanks to every being that's on this live, to every being that's in this community. I give honor and thanks, and I speak life and power, because I understand, overstand, and understand that without the community, there would not be a community. So I give honor and thanks, and I send nothing but health, wealth, peace, success, unlimited happiness, life, power, and prosperity to every being in this community. I give honor and thanks, and I am thankful that and I pray that every vibration, every word, every frequency that was spoken tonight was beyond ego, but on the same frequency of life, power, love, and most importantly, truth. I give honor and thanks, and I speak life and power into the powers that be. I give honor and thanks. Amen. Ashe, Asheo, and all of the above that you shall subscribe to. I got one more thing before I get up out of here. I come as I am. I am who I am. Who I am not, I will never be. Love me for me, or do not love me at all. I am a great man, and I'm going to show you how great I am. I shall leave as I come. Ashe. Peace.